with my good friend Justin.
Hey,
I can't be sensible with you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. What would you like to talk about, Justin?
Oh man, it's a certain responsibility that was placed upon me while I was here at Parchman, and it
Hmm.
was something that I never in a million years would have dreamed that I would be doing.
Okay, well, this
And
is
that,
your part two, isn't it? From your
yes,
series. Okay, so take us away.
yes. So, I mean, I didn't go to church when I was out there in the world.
Hmm.
I just did. My mom went, and of course she tried to get me there every Sunday, but every Sunday when she got ready to go for church, I was boom already gone. Man, how funny life is that I end up in prison and now I am the pastor of a church.
It
I know a
is
lot of
an
people.
incredible about turn, isn't it?
Yes, because that was never something that I even thought about doing or wanted to do. And
Hmm.
I mean, I didn't want anything to do with God at all. Especially like after my parents' divorce, because
Hmm.
again, it was like, you know, I uh, I had a great childhood and everything was peachy, and you don't see as a child you don't see the problems and stuff that goes on. But then once they divorce, it seems like everything just seemed to go bad. And I always wondered, what did I do? You know,
Hmm.
what's God's problem with me? You know,
Hmm.
and yeah. So I mean, you always ask that question, like, I mean, that was my parents. I'm a kid, and so I mean, I went through life, not looking at God because I felt like He didn't know me.
Hmm.
He wasn't in my area code. He wasn't in my neighborhood. He wasn't in my life. The struggles and stuff that we went through as a family, and it wasn't until I came here to prison that I understood that you always hear that saying that when parents tell you to do something
Hmm.
and you like, and they was like, I don't have to explain anything to you. I'm the parent. You're the child. You do what I tell you to do. And so that I understood that same concept with God. He's our heavenly Father. It's a lot of things in life that we don't understand. A lot of things in life
Hmm.
that we go through, and there is no explanation for it because God is like, I'm the parent. You're the child. I don't owe you an explanation for anything. Now, in some things that I will tell you, but always what I will tell you is that I love you unconditionally. And so, whatever it is that is going on in your life or that you go through in life, it is for your own benefit. And hmm, I had to grasp that concept.
Hmm.
I also had to grasp the concept that uh, some people are not meant to be in your life all of your life. People have seasons in your life. So you have friends that come, you have friends that go. You have family that come, you have family that go. Loved ones that come, you have loved ones that go. And they're either there to help strengthen you or they're there to help you to understand that you need someone or something greater in your life. What I mean by that is some people come into your life to try to tear you down. And, when you get towed down, where do you look?
Hmm.
Up. So I came to prison and I didn't have anything. It was I couldn't go and talk to my mom, my dad, sisters, brothers, grandfather, anybody. I was in prison by myself, locked behind bars, and so you know I end up having to look up the one person that I was running from all of my life. All of a sudden now I needed him, and it's like once you draw up on that strength, you see something different, and your perspective and everything changes. And so I got into the Bible. And then in getting into the Bible, it seemed like everything started making sense. It seemed like life had purpose now. Life had meaning now. And so a group of us came together. We formed the Dog Pen Church. And one of the guys, we call him PT, his real name is Roger Gillette. He told me, he's like, Justin, I'm telling you, he said, you're going to end up being the pastor of the church. His case got overturned. He got off death row. And within 2 years of him being gone, I was the pastor of the church. And I went from oh, not wanting that responsibility, not looking for that
Mm,
responsibility, to, you know, I wake up um, every day, longing for that responsibility,
mm,
help these guys to better understand their relationship with God, trying to help them to to grow and to mature in life and to experience the blessedness that I received in having a relationship with God. And to know that He called upon me. I mean, that's a special feeling and that's a special relationship. And so, every Sunday, every Tuesday, every Thursday, every Friday, you
mm,
know, together as a body, and we're there to encourage and
mm,
uplift each other and try to help one another get through the situation. But if more than anything, to let each man know that we are here, to support one another and
mm,
to build one another, because the system that we're in, especially the criminal justice system as it is, it's it's built wrong. It's supposed to be built you know to rehabilitate, but it's set up to tear down. And
exactly.
so yeah, so here we sit in prison, and to become a community within itself, a body within itself, and to place God in the center of that.
It's
That
very
is all.
special. It's very special. And may I ask, Justin, do you think
Yes.
you would have come to this had you not had an element of religion in your life prior to coming to prison? Because obviously your mum had her faith. Um, do you think if you'd had sort of zero exposure, you would have come to this, or do you think you would have got there anyway?
Well, I mean, growing up, my parents were Jehovah Witnesses, and honestly, I felt isolated
Mm,
because they don't celebrate any holidays or anything. So it's
mm,
like every morning when all of the kids were saying the Pledge of Allegiance, I had to go sit out in the hallway. Every holiday that came up, I had to go to the library. And so it was me, it was my sister, and maybe one other person in school. So it's only three of us. While the whole rest of the school is having fun, eating all different types of foods and stuff. And I
mm.
was isolated. And I didn't understand that because I was only a child.
Yeah,
And so you don't understand things like that.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So, so it's like once my parents divorced, My mom became a Christian. My dad was still a Jehovah's Witness. He moved to Florida. And so back and forth, it was like I didn't want nothing to do with no church. I didn't want nothing to do with God. Nothing at all. So it was like I didn't, but the people who were around me was my grandfather was religious. My mother was religious. My grandparents, everybody around me
Mm.
was religious. My religion was running the streets. That was my religion. Was ripping and running the streets.
And again, it's kind of it because it becomes a community, doesn't it, for kids? These streets can become a sort of a
Yeah,
family and a community. That's something that maybe is missing indoors.
yeah, because I mean, honestly, when you take to the streets, people are gonna tell you whatever it is that you want to hear, or that they think that you need to hear to gravitate to them.
Mm,
When you're at home, your parents are telling you no, 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 you can't do this, no, you can't do that, no, you can't go here, no, you
mhm,
can't go there. But when you're on the streets, everybody tell you, hey man, do what you want to do.
yeah.
You you your own man. So it was like I enjoyed that. I enjoyed people
Mm.
telling me, what I'm saying, hey man, listen, if you want that box of cakes, just walk in the store and take it. And so I walk into the store and I take a whole box of cakes and I walk out the door. The lady's like, hey, you didn't pay for that. And I take all running.
I
So
mean,
I mean,
nothing could be further from the Justin that I know.
listen, I was a snatch and grab. I was a snatch and grab guy. And I had it was like me and three or four other guys. We used to ride our bicycles up to the store. We would all go down different aisles, so they only had like one or two people that was watching. You know, one or two of us, but the other two, we was just taking stuff and boom out the store. So I mean that's just how
That's
things
how you
were.
rolled at
You
that
know,
age.
yeah, and you know it was, but I understood that in life everywhere you go there are rules. I mean everywhere you go, in anything and everything that you get into, there are rules. There are rules and regulations that people want you to abide
Mm,
by or
mm.
try to enforce upon you. And I just wasn't one of those guys that like rules. I like making my own rules. And even that in itself is I mean, it's just baffling that, you don't want to follow anybody else's rules, but then you make rules for yourself.
Yeah.
It was, um, but I mean, honestly, I tell people this all the time. I don't know what my life would have been like if I had not come to prison. I can only tell you what my life has turned into while I've been in prison. I mean,
Mm.
I could have been a long time ago. I don't know. I know I'm alive today, and I know I've been through a lot of things in life, and I have a better perspective on life, so I can see, a lot of knucklehead things that I did in life.
Mm.
Um, a lot of things that I didn't understand in life, and that's what growing pains. You know, you live and you learn. I
Yeah,
mean,
and I think you were acting out, weren't you? You were obviously pained by your parents' separation and divorce. And,
yeah,
children will exhibit that pain in a number of different ways, won't they? And
yeah.
you chose to take boxes of cakes. I mean, what can we say?
Yeah, I mean,
Could have been
because if
worse.
you look I had two sisters and a brother. So I had two sisters who was always with my mom, and then me and my brother was always with my dad. And so initially, when my parents first divorced, it was like, okay, now me and my brother were missing, our rock.
Mm,
Sister still had my mom, and it was like me and my brother, we didn't know where we stood. because they were always going places together. Me and my brothers always going places with my dad. So now it was like all the places that we were going to, we ain't going no more. My mom, my two sisters,
Mm,
they still doing what they doing,
mm,
but now I'm out. And so that is where the streets came calling. And so that attention that I needed from my dad,
yeah,
I got it from the
was
streets.
transferred elsewhere. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you
And
found your feet and you found your faith and you have flourished with that, haven't
yes,
you?
yes, I have. I mean,
And very
yes,
inspiring
it
to other
has.
people too. I mean, I always say that you are one of the people that people will sort of look to, for advice and help and just a
Yeah,
general sort of figurehead in Parchment of decency and good.
yeah. I mean, that is
That's all
that
the
is what I
compliments
am.
I'm paying you, or
Yeah.
you'll get big headed.
So, well, I can't get no more big headed than the one I'm looking at.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, this recording's gone right down the pan.
Yeah, but I mean,
Okay. Let's get it
it's a
back
good
on
thing.
track. It's a good
That
thing, and
yeah,
you use it with a
yeah. I
positive
mean,
meaning.
listen, I call my uncle Big Head all the time, and we both use it as humor to compliment one another or to
Mm,
show one another that we love one another.
yeah,
And but you know, to have a big head, it's just to have a lot of wisdom and knowledge and experience about
that
life.
that that was
Very
exactly how I
and
took it when
yeah,
you said that to me.
yeah, yes. I mean, a very intelligent person.
See, we've managed to turn a very moving video into a comedy act as well. There's talent there.
Uh, well, I mean, people need to understand that there is a time for Justin to be serious, and there's a time for humor. And
Exactly.
God is a very humorous. He's a very humorous person. You know.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I
Well,
mean,
I'm
I
glad you
mean,
are the
laughter.
partner, and I
Yeah,
think
I mean,
you
laughter.
do your role very, very well, and
Yeah,
it's of benefit to many, many others. So delighted you found that.
yeah. I mean, that's a bright spot that we need in prison because a lot of us wake up every day and we just see the same prison bars. You see the same old gloom, and
Mm,
you walk through the same old sad story each and every day.
yeah.
And not often there is a silver lining each day. But more than often, I mean, I go outside every morning and I'm looking for the sun. I'm looking for the sun to shine. I'm looking for that warmth. I'm looking for what I call the beauty of the Lord. And, I enjoy the peace. I enjoy the quiet. I enjoy the clear skies, the clouds.
Mm,
I like to hear the birds singing and stuff. And, that helps add to the whole um, atmosphere of peace that I try to carry with me each and
yeah.
every day. Is to understand that no matter what is going on around me, you know, as the song says, today is still a good day for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Thank you for that, Justin. Really interesting.
You're welcome.
Very good.
You're welcome.
Liked hearing that.
Yeah.